well. Lewis is picking up. Can she get into the top three? It's going to be close. Jackson and Richardson. Lewis did. She's there.
Torrie Lewis has taken the sprinting world by storm. In a sport where the difference between glory and defeat comes down to fractions of a second, the 20-year-old Australian lit up the track at the 2025 World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. What looked like an ordinary race day quickly turned historic as Lewis went head-to-head with some of the biggest names in sprinting and held her own. She didn't just keep up with Olympic champions, she outshined them, proving that Australia's next sprinting superstar has officially arrived. The surprise didn't come from a flashy entrance or viral celebration. It was in how she handled pressure, how she attacked the track, and what she achieved by the end of her race. Competing against names like Sha'Carri Richardson and Shericka Jackson, Lewis was supposed to be the underdog, but what happened in that heat wasn't just an upset, it was a declaration. Australia had found its new sprint queen. Born on January 8, 2005 in Nottingham, England, Lewis moved to Australia at age 6. Her multicultural heritage, with Jamaican, Indian, and Scottish roots, is often highlighted as part of her athletic pedigree. Initially, a promising gymnast in Newcastle, New South Wales, she eventually transitioned to sprinting, showing early signs of elite potential. Today, she trains under the guidance of esteemed coach Laurent Muley in the Netherlands, embodying discipline, adaptability, and sheer talent. In Tokyo, Lewis lined up in a heat many dubbed the Group of Death. Among her competitors were defending world champion Sha'Carri Richardson, USA, and two-time world 200-meter champ Shericka Jackson, Jamaica. As the starting gun fired, Lewis burst out of the blocks with purpose. She held her form through the curve and powered through the closing meters. The result? She finished third, just behind Richardson and Jackson, advancing to the semi-finals. And then the numbers came in, 11.08 seconds into a negative 0.8 meters per second headwind, a new Australian national record. It was a performance as efficient as it was exhilarating. I was super nervous before this competition because I knew in training that these are the times I can hit, Lewis shared after the race. Actually, this is the slowest time in my mind that I had, so hopefully I can build on that. Lewis's previous national record stood at 11.10 seconds, set in Canberra in January 2024. That time had already shattered the long-standing mark of 11.11 seconds held by Melissa Breen. But now, with a new personal best set under World Championship pressure, Lewis had officially arrived on the global stage. What stood out even more than the record was her mentality. She embraced the challenge of racing against the best in the world. It was like, "Thanks guys for giving me the hardest one," she joked about her heat draw. But after I let it sink in, I was very glad I had them because I can run with them. And who cares if they beat me? They're the best in the world ever almost. Lewis's journey to Tokyo was the result of years of steady development. At 16, she clocked 11.33 seconds for the 100 meters, ranking as the third fastest U18 woman globally that year. In 2023, she won both the 100-meter and 200-meter titles at the Australian National Championships. The following year, she clinched 200 meters gold at the Oceania Championships and lowered her 100 meters time to 11.10 seconds, a then national record. Her global presence started growing when she made her Diamond League debut in 2024. Racing from lane 9 in Xiamen, China, Lewis stunned the field by winning the 200 meters against global stars, including Richardson. That victory wasn't just unexpected, it was defining. Soon after, she reached the 200-meter semifinals at the Paris Olympics and competed in the 4x100-meter relay, gaining invaluable experience. And Lewis isn't just dominant over 100 meters. She also boasts national records in the 60 meters, 7.14 seconds, Belgrade 2025, and an impressive 200 meters personal best of 22.56 seconds, Tokyo 2025. These marks reflect not only her explosive starts, but also her endurance through the finish, a rare combination that makes her competitive across all sprint distances. In 2024, Lewis was a key part of the Australian 4x100 meters relay squad that broke the national and Oceania records 3 times. Their 42.48 seconds finish at the London Diamond League remains one of the fastest ever by an Australian women's team, proving that Lewis shines both individually and as a team player. Despite being relatively new to the senior global scene, Lewis carries herself like a seasoned pro. Her humility is matched only by her hunger. After breaking her record, she said with a smile, "Another one record. Yeah, now we'll make it another one, then another one." Her trajectory has been meteoric, but it hasn't come without challenges. Lewis lives with celiac disease, a condition requiring strict dietary management, a demanding lifestyle for anyone, let alone a globe-trotting athlete. But she doesn't let it define her. Instead, it's part of her story of discipline and determination. In 2024, she opted not to defend her 100-meter national title, choosing instead to focus on the 200-meter ahead of the Olympics. That decision paid off with a gold medal at the Nationals and a silver at the U20 World Championships in Lima, Peru, where she ran a PB of 22.88 seconds. Her strategic choices reflect not just talent, but a deep understanding of her own development. Early 2025 saw her continue to break barriers. She kicked off her season by setting a new national record in the indoor 60 meters and followed it up with a 22.65 seconds indoor 200 meters. Nearly surpassing Melinda Gainsford-Taylor's long-standing Australian indoor record. At the World Indoor Championships in Nanjing, she reached the semifinals in both events, proving she's competitive in any environment. Tokyo, then, wasn't just another race. It was the culmination of years of groundwork. Her 11.08 seconds in the 100-meter heats might be her current high point, but for Lewis, it's just one checkpoint in a long career ahead. And she's not done in Tokyo. Lewis also plans to compete in the 200 meters and 4x100 meter relay, setting her sights on even more records and deeper rounds. Her approach is pragmatic, yet ambitious. If I do as well as I think I can make a final. But it's going to be very tough, and I'm happy with my time now, so we'll just see how it goes tomorrow. Australia has long awaited a consistent presence in women's sprints at the global level. With Torrie Lewis, that wait may be over. She embodies the future, a mix of raw talent, fierce determination, and grounded humility. Her story isn't just about breaking records, it's about inspiring a new generation to chase impossible goals. With the Brisbane 2032 Olympics on the horizon, Lewis will be in her prime, likely leading Australia's charge on home soil. Her performances in Tokyo offer just a glimpse of what she's capable of. And if her progression so far is any indication, we'll be seeing much more of her on podiums around the world. Torrie Lewis isn't just Australia's fastest woman, she is one of the most exciting young athletes in the world today, and as she continues to challenge global elites, she does so with the confidence of someone who knows she belongs. In the sport of sprinting, few things are more thrilling than watching a star emerge in real time. In Tokyo, on a warm night at the World Championships, the world met Torrie Lewis, and she shocked it. But make no mistake, this is only the beginning.
I knew I was too talented for it to go to waste. I had a fire, I had a light inside of me that just said, like, it's worth it, keep going.
No one expected Amy Hunt, the British sprinter, to be here. To her left, Shericka Jackson, 3 world titles. To her right, Gabby Thomas, Olympic gold. The crowd already knew the outcome, until the final 50 meters. What happened next silenced the stadium and rewrote everything they thought they knew about women's sprinting.
I knew I had something within me. I think running so fast, so young, and running faster than any of these girls have run at age 17.
Amy Hunt crossed the finish line in 22.01 seconds to claim silver at the 2025 World Athletics Championships on September 20th, 2025. The 22-year-old British sprinter finished behind only Melissa Jefferson Wooden of the United States, who won gold in 21.78 seconds. Hunt defeated Shericka Jackson of Jamaica, who took bronze in 22.14 seconds, and Gabby Thomas, who placed 4th in 22.18 seconds. The performance shattered expectations for Hunt. She entered the championships ranked 18th in the world for the 2025 season. Athletics analysts predicted a semifinal elimination at best. Instead, she produced the race of her life when it mattered most. Hunt's journey to the Tokyo final began with the first round heats on Thursday morning. She won her heat in 22.34 seconds, posting the 3rd fastest time across all heats. The controlled performance advanced her without revealing full speed. The semifinals on Friday night tested Hunt's championship medal. She ran 22.18 seconds to finish second in her semifinal behind Jefferson Wooden. The time matched her season's best entering the championships and qualified her for the final as one of the 6 fastest semifinalists. Hunt drew lane 6 for Saturday's final. The assignment placed her between a Navia battle in lane 5 and Brittany Brown in lane 7. Jackson occupied the challenging lane 8 on the outside, while Jefferson Wooden ran from lane 4 and Thomas from lane 3. The race started at 21:45 local time under the lights of the National Stadium. Temperature measured 26 degrees Celsius with moderate humidity. Wind readings showed plus 0.4 meters per second, well within legal limits for record purposes. Hunt's reaction time of 0.158 seconds ranked 4th fastest among the 8 finalists. Jefferson Wooden reacted quickest at 0.142 seconds. The difference of 0.016 seconds gave the American a slight edge off the blocks, but nothing decisive. The field accelerated into the curve with Jefferson Wooden taking early position. Hunt settled into 4th place through the turn, tracking the leaders while conserving energy. Her technical execution on the curve kept her within striking distance entering the homestretch. Coming off the bend, Jefferson Wooden led clearly with Jackson and Thomas challenging for the remaining medals. Hunt occupied 4th position approximately 2 meters behind the medal places. The final 100 meters would determine the podium. Hunt's acceleration from 60 to 80 meters separated her from the field. While Jackson and Thomas maintained their speeds, Hunt continued building velocity. Her stride frequency increased without losing mechanical efficiency. At 80 meters, Hunt pulled even with Thomas and Jackson. The 3 athletes ran shoulder to shoulder with 20 meters remaining. Hunt's late race power gave her the decisive edge. She surged past both established champions in the final 15 meters. Hunt leaned at the line in 2nd place, 0.13 seconds ahead of Jackson. The margin represented clear separation rather than a desperate lunge. Thomas finished just 0.04 seconds behind Jackson, missing bronze by the narrowest margin. Jefferson Wooden's winning time of 21.78 seconds established dominance in the event. The performance announced her as the world's fastest female 200-meter runner for 2025. Hunt's silver behind such a strong winner carried no shame. The result marked Hunt's first global championship medal in her senior career. She had competed at 2 previous world championships and 1 Olympic Games without reaching a final. Tokyo represented her 4th major championship and first podium finish. Hunt was born on March 17, 2003 in London, England. She began athletics as a junior competitor, showing early promise in sprint events. Her progression through age groups demonstrated consistent improvement without breakthrough performances. At the 2019 World Youth Championships in Nairobi, a 16-year-old Hunt competed in the 200 meters. She failed to advance past the heats, finishing 5th in her heat with 24.38 seconds. The result came 6 years before her World Championship silver. Hunt's junior career peaked at the 2021 European U20 Championships in Tallinn. She won bronze in the 200 meters with a time of 23.51 seconds. The medal provided confidence, but came against age group competition rather than senior elites. Her transition to senior competition proved difficult. At the 2022 World Championships in Eugene, Hunt competed in the 200 meters, but was eliminated in the heats. She ran 23.26 seconds, finishing outside qualification positions. The gap between junior success and senior competition became clear. The 2023 World Championships in Budapest showed improvement. Hunt reached the semifinals, but finished 7th in her heat with 22.86 seconds. She missed the final by 0.12 seconds, eliminated 1 round before medals. The near miss demonstrated closing gap to elite level. At the 2024 Paris Olympics, Hunt again advanced to the 200-meter semifinals. She placed 6th in her semifinal with 22.94 seconds, again failing to reach the final. The pattern of semifinal eliminations continued, building frustration despite technical improvements. Hunt entered the 2025 season with adjusted expectations. Rather than targeting Olympic or World Championship finals, she focused on consistent sub-22.50 performances. The modest goals reflected realistic assessment of her competitive level. Her 2025 season progression showed steady development. In May, she ran 22.45 seconds at a European meet. By July, she had improved to 22.28 seconds at a Diamond League competition. The times indicated form without suggesting medal potential. At the British Championships in August, Hunt ran 22.18 seconds to finish second behind Dina Asher-Smith. The performance secured her World Championship selection but came 2 months before Tokyo. Athletes typically peak in September for World Championships held that month. Hunt's training base at Loughborough under coach Tony Minichiello provided world-class preparation. Minichiello previously guided Jessica Ennis-Hill to Olympic heptathlon gold in 2012. His expertise in championship preparation proved crucial for Hunt's breakthrough. Amy Hunt's 200-meter silver in Tokyo was no accident. It was the product of precision coaching and perfect timing. Her training focused less on raw speed and more on race execution, mastering how to stay relaxed through the curve and explode down the home stretch. At 22, Hunt hit the sweet spot where strength, maturity, and experience finally came together. Standing 1.70 meters tall, she possessed the ideal build for the 200 meters, a balance of stride efficiency and smooth mechanics that produce speed without wasted motion. The Tokyo final was her 25th Senior International 200-meter race, and that experience paid off. She knew exactly when to surge, when to hold back, and when to strike. Behind her, Shericka Jackson extended her medal streak with a bronze, her 4th straight World Championships podium after 3 golds. Gabby Thomas, the Olympic champion, placed 4th, and Dina Asher-Smith finished 5th in 22.20 seconds, just 0.02 behind Thomas. With 2 Britons in the top 5, the depth of British sprinting had never looked stronger. Hunt's 21.78 made her the 2nd fastest British woman ever, trailing only Asher-Smith's record of 21.88. The silver brought $40,000 in prize money, but the real reward was fame. Within 72 hours, Hunt gained 60,000 new Instagram followers, sponsorship offers poured in, and her profile exploded beyond athletic circles. As the 2025 to 2026 Diamond League season approached, every major meet wanted Amy Hunt in their lineup. Her silver medal had turned her from a rising talent into a global draw, and her appearance fees skyrocketed. Hunt's success didn't just boost her own profile, it also validated British athletics' sprint program, proving that years of investment in coaching, sports science, and technology could finally challenge the sprinting dominance of Jamaica and the United States. For Britain's next generation, Hunt became more than an athlete. She became proof that discipline and patience still pay off in a sport ruled by raw speed. Her unforgettable surge in Tokyo before 68,000 stunned fans wasn't just about a medal, it was a message. Amy Hunt had arrived, not by luck, but by design. And as the world turned its eyes toward Los Angeles 2028, her story was only just 1/100th of a second can rewrite history. And in 2025, a 23-year-old British sprinter is making sure the world knows her name. Amy Hunt, once a teenage prodigy with a world U18 record in the 200 meters, is no longer just a name on the rise. She's now a direct challenger to icons like Sha'Carri Richardson. With bold ambitions, blistering speed, and the medals to back it up, Hunt is shaking up the sprinting hierarchy. At the 2024 Paris Olympics, all eyes were on Sha'Carri Richardson. After dominating the 2023 World Championships in Budapest with a spectacular 100-meter victory, she was the favorite to take gold in Paris. But in a stunning twist, she faltered in the final stretch. St. Lucia's Julian Alfred surged ahead to snatch the gold, leaving Richardson with a bitter silver. It was a shock. Her golden dream was delayed. And now, with her 2025 season proving rocky, the pressure is heavier than ever. Enter Amy Hunt. On October 7th, 2025, Hunt appeared on the podcast Untapped with Spencer Matthews. When asked about her Olympic goals, her answer wasn't hesitant. It was assertive, almost daring. Yeah, for sure. The aim is to get 3 golds, the 100, 200, and relay. That would be really, really cool. 3 goals, very heavy neck, but that's the plan.
Mm-hmm. Are you going to win in Los Angeles?
Yeah, for sure. The aim is to get 3 golds. That 100, 200 relay. That would be really, really cool.
The 100, 200 and 100 meter relay.
Yes.